quickly move on to two other questions on the pigeonhole, which are quite related. The second most voted and the fourth most voted, on the responsibilities of senior management or of leaders in enhancing workplace safety and health, and how leaders and senior management can contribute to WSH culture. So maybe Mr. Abu Bakar, you've interacted with many leaders in the industry. Maybe you can sort of comment on this.
We all agree that any difficult question you give to Wan Ling, please. What I'm going to answer relate to the earlier one. What benefits do we have? When you look at the safety itself, what are we trying to do? We are trying to create the culture, the company culture. As SMEs, the only thing that can help you is your culture. Culture is very important. And that reason why when people say, oh, we need to have a safety culture, to me, there's no such thing as safety culture. There's only one culture of a company, and that must include safety. And if you start to differentiate the culture is to be independent, then you are wrong. Okay, having said that, when you talk about culture itself, you are developing three things. Three things can do a safety a culture. One, you need purpose. You need leaders. You need volume. That's the three things you are doing now. Let's say you are having an organization, you want to make sure that, look, the people have the same purpose. So you're talking about safety, safe life, is very easy. So people use safety as the initial of setting up organization culture. And I can see many times, I used to be running a conglomerate. I have 7 countries, I have 43,000 people. I have 7 CEOs. And every other day, one CEO will screw me up. Definitely. He will call me up and say something wrong. So how do we manage that? Any day you build that culture. And that's very important. The purpose must be correct. So safety is very easy alignment. That means when you go to walk around, you visit your factory, you visit your shipyard, you visit your working place, you don't ask how's the progress, how's the project. No, you ask how's the morale of the people, what's the safety standard. Because from that you can see whether is it managed properly. If today this site you can see all the housekeeping is wrong, you can see this so many incidents, you know that's wrong. So talking about this, the benefit that you have having that safety culture is the outcome. So any day it's all about safety culture, the purpose, the leadership, and the volume. I want to talk a bit more about the leadership. Last year when I was in Sydney, they're talking about leaderships. What do leadership do? Whether you are safety leaders or whether you are company leaders and so on, every one of us are leaders. See, as a leader, you do 3 things. 1, you inspire, you role model, you set standard. These are the 3 things you do. Today, you walk out the ground, walk out your office, you never wear safety helmet, you set standard. To your organization, it's simple. No need to wear helmet because my boss never wear helmet. I tell the story last 2 weeks in my council. When I was looking down a tank, I was on board a ship. My safety glass dropped. It was down below. So I said, better come down. So while I was walking, I got one worker who stopped me. He said, boss, you better wear glasses. So I said, no, I'm going down. He said, look, if I don't wear glasses, it's okay, but you don't wear glasses, everybody tomorrow don't wear glasses. See, this worker is very smart. So I thank my GM, look, you have done something that have your people looking into that culture. So the same thing, SME, what I ask each and every one of you, you don't ask about the benefits, you ask about the process of setting up your business culture. And in that business culture must include safety. Then it will be very powerful. And last week, Seong Hin shared with me, leader, know the way, show the way, walk the way. But we don't be a leader that walk away. So these are the 3 things leaders do. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mr. Abu Bakar.
I think what Mr. Abu Bakar said is very true. Building a culture is very important. And how to build this culture? For me, I wear many hats in my company. I'm a certified safety officer. I went and attended a course. Oh my God, it was crazy. I'm a certified fire safety manager. So I take care of the fire safety in my company as well. I'm doing my PE. So because our equipment needs to be PE certified and yeah, so I wear many hats, and people are saying, hey, Sean, you're the CEO of the company, you're the second generation of the company. Why are you doing all this? You could hire certified safety officers to the company. You could hire fire safety manager to take care of the fire safety in the company. Why you want to do it yourself? I told them, I said, if I don't do it myself, then my people will not be more concerned with safety than anything else. They would just see safety as just compliance. They will not believe in safety. So from day one, I get myself to go for courses, to get myself certified. It's because I want to build the culture of safety. My dad, he wears many hats. Mr. Abu Bakar knows him well. He's in the National Task Force for Workplace Safety and Health. And of course, we as industry pioneers in mobile elevating work platforms, we take part in many associations relating to our business. It's not because we want to get our names big or whatsoever. It's more of sharing the safety insights of why we use such equipment, how to make the industry safer, how to protect lives. We do know that labor is a huge shortage in Singapore, and if our workers are safe, our workers do not have any incidents or accidents, productivity can increase. It's not easy to hire in Singapore. So it's not saying that, I have one man down, I could get another worker immediately to replace him or her. No, it doesn't work that way. So for us, it's building the care and concern between our employers and workers. And this does not happen overnight. It actually builds on trust and consistency and sharing of responsibilities. So when I walk the ground every day, I'm not concerned, as what Mr. Abu Bakar has said, not concerned about whether are they doing, their work correctly. It's more about are they doing it safely, because everyone do know that it is what they do, every day. It's how they do it. They know every single process, but sometimes they just want to take shortcuts, and those shortcuts do actually pose dangers and will create accidents. So it's what we management wants to see is they are back home safe. They could return to their family, and tell them that, oh, I've done a good job today, I've earned the bread and butter for the day.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Sean, for sharing your personal testimony on how leaders inspire, how leaders are role models, and how they form that culture. Mr. Ang or Ms. Yeo, would you care to speak to this topic of leadership?
Yeah, so actually, I know MOS talked about flexible work arrangement requests. Well, so this was something, a guideline that we actually established last year, and it came in effect this year. And I was actually one of the co-chairs of the flexible work arrangement request work group. And there was one thing that we did. We went across the whole entire world, to really look at some of the best practices when it comes to launching flexible work arrangements. And without fail, the number one thing that successful organizations that implemented flexible work arrangement requests, it's that the top management, i.e. the tauke, not the line managers, were all on it. They were the ones who set the corporate culture to ensure that flexible work arrangements, or the need and the appreciation for this actually transverse, right, the whole entire reporting line. So it doesn't really start with the line managers, although line managers need to be understanding and empathetic, but actually it is the tauke, and I think the tauke's role in an SME, right, especially if it's very family culture, really does make that big difference. And I would say something, it really works because of that family culture, right? I think, right, SMEs are actually one of the top organizations in Singapore that actually has successful flexible work arrangements that doesn't need to go into dispute or even the formal process. So kudos to all the SMEs. So I think this part is very important. I know you 讲东西 but I say two other things. Okay, I want to pitch. Okay, two other things that is very important. Management too, you will be able to foresee and have foresight on what's important when it comes to the future of your organization as well, right, as in Singapore. So example, right, I don't see this much enough, Actually, even on this panel, sorry, Chairman, even on this panel, I'm the only girl, okay? So, I tell you something, we have this rhetoric going on about how Singapore is growing older, and I know that many, many companies, including, right, Mr. Ho, his jewelry company have been implementing safety measures that help aging workers, senior workers, age together with a job. So like, very good, you have people who are working in a job 30, 40 years. But you forgot one thing. Aging also means, right, the ladies are aging, and I used to laugh at this, but actually the issue of menopause is actually quite a big thing. Okay, and I know that there are many jobs, right, that requires women to sit for a very long time. And I think, right, this is something that we need to really talk a little bit more because it does incur into the area of safety and wellness. And I think, right, this is probably something that the NTUC would try to push for a little bit more awareness in the next year or so, also because I look after women and family But remember, aging society, don't forget the females. And the other one too, I must say again, right, mental wellness, it is very, very important. And I think, right, that whole landscape and culture really starts with the Tauke on pushing this, right, understanding throughout the whole entire layers of the SMEs. Okay, thank you.